Hello, family. It is Sunday. I am currently at work. We've been ultra busy lately, as I've been saying a lot in my videos. Yep, we're trying to get something done to ship out on Monday, and so I'm doing a bunch of soldering to get it there. So it's ready to go. We have to build the thing on Monday, tomorrow as well. Life updates, you guys saw, got a new 3D printer. Did a whole new, whole test print with the Star-Lord blaster. I haven't done a lot of prop making recently and wanted to be getting back into it because I've kind of missed it. And that seemed like a good, kind of test for the machine. Did it, turned out great. And that was fun. And I'll probably be doing a lot more of that now that I've got the machine and got all the materials ready to go. Yeah, let's see. Other life updates. I've been keep doing more trying to meet people stuff, as John called it. David being extroverted. Wow. I do things. I don't go to, like big parties and I don't know, like that kind of stuff, but I do stuff, I don't just live in my the cavernous apartment and hide from the world all the time. I do talk to people and be social. I'm trying to do more of that. It's very tough. New Hampshire's a very old state, as in like the population is very old, and without college and not living in Boston, which is the big city center where most people are, it's hard to meet people my age. But I'm doing more of it, and I'm looking for new places and meeting new people. So that's been fun. Let's see what else. This morning I did one of those. There was a group, like a 20s through 30s group, who was meeting up kind of nearby for brunch. Again, not usually a thing I would do, but it was just like bagel place, meet some people, and and it was fun. People there were really nice. That's always good. Had a good time. In terms of the things you guys have been talking about in your videos, a lot more deep than mine, probably. AI and the state of the world and disruption and all that kind of stuff. I think you guys know me well enough to know that I'm not big on, some of those kind of labelistic terms. They're useful. I see their use. But I also think that sometimes people catch on to these like very coiny terms and maybe not take them too far, but like put too much stock in them, I guess. But I get what you guys are saying. The one I'd say I know the most about, or, is the most relevant to my field, is AI. Big surprise, I'm a robotics guy. If you've read my my ethics papers in college, that was a big part of it. Especially when I think that was when ChatGPT 3 came out. I believe John's read it, actually, my one of my ethics papers, ethics of robotics, that is. I'm always a big proponent that we should work on policy before making further progress in that field. I don't think that people understand what they're doing, and that can be dangerous. Specifically, I think, throughout technological history, humans have always had, there are people who understand the things that are being made. So the technical experts who are creating the new technology tend to understand the new technology. Doesn't matter what it is, right? The internet, the atomic bomb, the whatever, right? These things that are like big, changing, and like sometimes dangerous events. The people who are making them at least have an idea as to what they're making. Policymakers typically don't. It's not their field, and they have to be explained how that technology works, and sometimes it's very complicated, and so they might not actually have an understanding of the thing that's being made, right? And I think, to me, one of the most dangerous parts of AI at current day, is that the people making it, I don't think truly understand it. Specifically AGI, artificial general intelligence, I think is a very dangerous, well, a very disruptive concept, and without proper preparation, before it actually comes to be, that could be a really dangerous thing for, I think, humanity in general, especially depending on how it's used, which yeah. Anyways, yeah, so I don't know. I get what you guys are saying. John, I like the article, the whole thing about, Elon's lawsuit against OpenAI. I know that that's kind of painting Elon as this, like, savior. I'm sure there's some sort of power grab struggle thing going on there that's really behind some of that, but whatever. I tend to agree that with the point of the article, and I actually get their point of, like, the arms race, the technological arms race of, if I don't do it, someone else will, and so let's make a company to try to do it first. The issue I have with that is that you're just adding another player to do it quicker, and then inevitably that player will be sort of corrupted by whatever the incentive of their society is. In our case, that's money. So being bought out, basically. But that's a whole nother thing. My worry, and maybe this is a pessimistic way of looking at the world, but my worry is that if the people who don't make the thing, or if the people who make the thing don't understand the thing they're making, which I think is now the case with AI, that's very dangerous, right? Like, policies members not understanding something, that's one thing, but blindly making things that you don't know how they work, truly know how they work, that's very dangerous in my opinion. So I don't know. I'm a little pessimistic about the whole AI thing. I don't think it's necessarily going to be good for the overall, for overall humanity, but I could be wrong, and hopefully I am. Yeah, I guess that's my take on that specifically. In terms of the other things, like the disruption in the workplace and stuff that Dad was talking about and all that, yeah, I mean, I think that's all cool. I guess I'm curious. I believe that there needs to be a more fundamental change in the American government socioeconomic climate if we want to actually move towards something that is more sustainable. Because I think that the state of our country currently is not sustainable with the new technologies and the new ways of life that are becoming true. AI is a good example. I think AI will develop to a point or be trained for niche subjects so that it is better than people in a lot of, certain jobs. And at that point, you're going to have a lot of people who need jobs, but, companies don't need them for the jobs. And then what do? How do people get money, right? I'm in favor of a UBI, universal base income. I'm not an economist. I'm not an economics boy, whatever yeah. And I'm also not a policy or government guy. I'm tech. But, yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see in, the coming months to years and see how everything goes. But overall, I tend to agree. I think, if I remember correctly what you guys were saying, the thing that I'd really like to get into, and I have too many hobbies and interests and stuff going on to do this, but I'd like to get into educational policy more. I think that the U.S. education system could use an overhaul, as could most of the systems, but I think that's one where it could actually happen a little easier. and would have big effect on coming generations, lasting effect. So maybe I'll talk about that in my next video, but I am at 10 minutes, so I am way over time. There's not a time limit. I just feel like I'm over time. So until next week, I guess I will see you guys later. Bye.